All right, we're live. All right, guys. Well, today is the last Sunday of August. Summer is getting ready to come to an end. Can you believe that already?
Come on. Come on. Come on.
It's already about to be fall, and then guess what's around the corner?
Yeah. Come on. Come on.
The winter. So, guys, appreciate everybody being here tonight, and we just really want it to be a forum to really give everybody the opportunity to kind of just talk about, what's going on in their business, talk about if they have any questions, and also to, just really, there's a lot of people in this business, but not everybody is succeeding at the level they want to. And I know even after I posted something yesterday in our group, about the success that I'm having, a couple of people said I'm doing something, that they're doing something wrong. Well, we want to be able to work through those things and help people discover what they need to do in order to succeed and make this work, because it does work. And a lot of people are seeing success, with this business. So we want to really do everything that we can to help you be successful in your business, so that so that you can really enjoy making money, but also share your success with others, and bring people on board so that you can help other people make money. So tonight we're also going to have Andy share some of his success, and what we're going to want to do is we really want you to post your success in the business so that we can have you come on as an additional speaker on Sundays, so that you can share your success in what you're doing, so that other people know that it's not just a handful of us that are making money and having success, but that you're also having success and you're able to share that. So Andy's going to be sharing, even though we can't see Andy, I just use a black screen. He's going to share with us some of the success that he's having. So before we do that, I'm going to shut the door. Oh boy. Hold on, I've got a crying baby coming my way. Oh, there's Mom. He likes running to me when he's upset. Let's go ahead and open up the meeting tonight. And I'd like for everybody to just kind of share. We're going to go through each person, and we're going to end with Andy. But we're going to go through each person, and I want you to talk about what you're currently experiencing in your business, how many sales you would say you're doing a week, and what is the area that you need to see improvement in, so that we can help you. And it looks like Patrick just jumped his success as well. So we'll keep Patrick and Andy for last. So Brian, since I'm looking at a collage of people's faces here, and you're first, let's start with you.
Okay. I forgot, what was your question? No, I'm teasing.
So what you're experiencing in your business right now, how many sales you're doing a week, and an area that you would like to see your business improved in, or something that you would like to see happen in your business, or for anybody else, the question can be any help that they need.
Actually, Lori and I went out to dinner tonight. We were talking about that, and I remember when I first got involved with DSD, or actually with eBay, and I think probably everybody's on the same page. When you start something like this, you're thinking, hey, if I can make a few $100s, I'll be happy. But then as you pursue it and you learn more, it starts to grow bigger. And now you're making a little bit more money, and then you're making a little bit more. And before you know it, you're at the point where Lori and I were discussing tonight. We're at the point where, and I know Nathan at the DSD Live event in Dallas this year was sharing that about it. The same thing, that you eventually are going to get to a point where the business starts to get too big for you to handle. And that's where we're at. We're doing about 35, 40 sales a day. So my phone's been chinging off the wall. And with the limits that eBay has put on us, I really contemplate us doing about 100 sales a day pretty soon. So Lori and I were discussing, you know, it's going to consume a lot of my time to just not only process the sales, but then you're answering emails and customers ask questions about a product, or maybe they want to return or something like that. So it's really monitoring your store, your business, like you would do any business. So we're at the point where we're going to start thinking about either hiring somebody to monitor that, because it's getting to the point where I'm just going to be spending a lot of time, and I don't want to. I've got other things. I got family, and I want to start pursuing my Amazon business more. And so I'm gonna teach Lori so she can manage the eBay business. But so to answer your question is, our business is growing, and probably my biggest question right now is how to handle the business that we have. And we haven't even entered holiday season yet. You guys are in for the ride of your life. Once holidays hit here, get ready, because buckle up, because sales are going to start coming in.
Well, that's great. And Brian, how many sales a week would you say you're doing right now?
I don't know, about anywhere from 30 to 40 sales a day. So I don't know, add that up. I'm probably doing about 30,000 or a little bit more a month in sales. Okay.
So we'll say how many sales are you doing a day to the rest of the group, not a week. So, and what is your goal ultimately to get to? What would you like to see per day in sales?
I really don't look at it as, probably 100 sales. That's really what my goal is right now. But I'd like to be making 10,000 a month just on eBay alone, and then pursue Amazon more and start growing that arm of the business as well.
Okay. Great. Thank you, Brian, for sharing. Jen, are you there? Jen? Jen, do you hear us? You were on mute. I just took you off of mute. Hello? All right, Jen, let us know when you come back to us. Ray.
Yeah, hi, Justin.
So tell us, Ray, how many sales are you currently doing a day in your business? And, you know, what would you like to see? You know, what do you feel you need help with in order to get where you want to be? And then before you say that, tell us how many sales you're doing a day, and then how many you really want to get to, and what do you think's holding you back?
Well, I've got 122 listings, and I've had 22 sales in the last 30 days. So it's almost a sale a day.
Good.
Which is, and I'd like to see that get up to 5 sales a day. And I think probably what I need to do is just get more listings up there, from what I can tell from you guys. I don't know. I'm using the listing builder pretty exclusively, and it seems to be working better and better all the time. And I've had some glitches along the way, as Brian knows. I've run into a couple of those ornery customers that you talk about every once in a while, but those are easily handled. I think I'm enjoying it. I feel that the way that Brian just described it, I'd like to get to the point where I'm making $1,000 or $2,000 a month. I know it's going to take a little while, but I can see it happening the way things have been going. If, you know, a couple of months ago, if you told me I'd have 122 listings and 22 sales already, I'd have said no way, but it's happening. And that's over $1,100 in sales that I've had. So I'm feeling good about it.
That's really good, Ray. And is
Yeah,
there
it is.
anything that you feel is holding you back that, you know, that we can help you with?
Oh, well, let's see. Can you take my dog for a walk every once in a while? Or no, there's really nothing, Justin. I've got pretty much my own time, you know, and so I generally have enough time during the day to sit down and do these listings. So I just need to, you know, get a little bit more aggressive and spend the time on the computer.
Okay. And when would you like to see that happen?
I'd like to see that happen in the next 30 days.
Okay. So, you know, if there's anything that Brian or myself or anybody else in the group can do to help you out, or, you know, just encourage you or hold you accountable, whatever we can do to help you, just let us know, because we definitely want to see you accomplish those goals.
Thank you. That's just basically all I need, is just to be available to help me when I run into some snags. So far, that's been working fine. So I'm happy about that, Justin. Thanks.
Well, good. Thanks for sharing, Ray. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right, Josh, you're on deck, buddy.
Okay, I was going to take it after Ray anyway. Usually I end up with, like Ray, with about a sale or two, 1 to 2 sales a day. I'd like to see it up a little bit more, probably to like 3 or 4 sales a day. Basically, the only thing similar to Ray that's holding me back is just, you know, sitting here and posting the items and, you know, putting more up there every day. So basically, that's about it for me.
Okay, great. And what do you think is the thing that's holding you back from, you know, being able to post more items?
Really, the thing that I'd say in general, just, you know, trying to organize my time and, you know, not do so many social things and because I'm home pretty much all day long,
Okay.
you know, and I just need to focus on, okay, I'm going to set a couple hours a day to sit in front of the computer and post items, you know.
And when do you want to see that happen, Josh?
I'm actually it was my plan to start as of September 1st and see how it goes through the month, since we're starting a new month.
And how many current listings do you have?
I have about 40 listings, and I want to get that up pretty quick within the month.
I would say that you want to get yourself to 100 as soon as possible.
Right. Yeah, that's my goal.
Because the more listings you have,
Yeah.
you know, the more obviously you're going to sell.
Right.
You know, right now, like my numbers, like I'm looking at them right now, and they're about to hit 22,000 now for the last 30 days in volume. And I've got 922 items listed right now. And the only reason why I'm selling.
Can you run it over to him?
The only reason I'm selling more items than most people is just because I have more listings than most people. So it's really the name of the game, Josh. So if you really want to see your sales go up and you really want to get your volume going, make a commitment, you know, come the first, like you said. Even if you just did, you know, think about it. If you did 3 listings a day, at the end of the month, that's 90. You know, if you do 4, you know, you're at 120. So make a goal for yourself Don't overdo it.
Yeah.
Obviously, we all have the,
No.
things going on in life and other things going on. But if there's anything that me, Brian, or anybody else in the group can do to help you and support you, please let us know.
Okay, I appreciate that.
All right, good job, Josh. Thanks for sharing.
Yep.
All right, Amy, it's your turn.
Hi. Well, I've been doing this for, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 months now. Currently, I'm not where I want to be at. It seems like it's kind of like we go up and down with it. Like we'll have sales, a couple days we'll have maybe 4 or 5 sales, and then some days we won't have any sales. And I know a lot of it's like what, you mentioned, Justin, earlier, is because we're not, proactively listing. Actually, a couple times last week, I tried to stay up late, wake up early to list like a bunch of items, and it just like kind of caught up with me, and I just kind of felt like I was not gonna be able to handle early in the morning, late at night. So I was just trying to like balance and manage my time. I think on average, easily, I could list probably like 10 items. But I mean, ideally I want to get, to be like much greater, and I want to grow the business. I want to have it on autopilot. I know it takes time and energy and effort to get to that point. And I mean, eventually, I'll get there. And I think part of it too is, I was using the DS Domination. Like I started listing things on eBay and then transferring over to DS Domination. So I'm just trying to like get my head around like that system and like see how that works. So
Have you signed up for Price yet?
no, I looked at it though. I know I talked to you on the side, and that's really about it. I haven't really put too much more into it. Yeah.
That's something to think about, because
Right.
That expedites the process so much faster. Until DSD's system gets up and rocking. I mean, some people are using it and having no issues with it.
Right.
You gotta have an auto lister, because that's just going to expedite your process so much faster.
Yeah, I just feel like I got kind of caught up with DSD trying to like figure that out, and that delayed me a little bit, and then maybe I got some frustration, or I just put too much into it, and then I kind of backed off from in general going online, and then it's like I want to do it, so then I go back online and I like try to give it another shot. And I mean, one day last week we did really good. I think we sold like maybe, I don't know, like 5 or 6 items in like one day. I mean, that's pretty good, It's not so good when it goes out of stock and it's not going to get back in, but I could just deal with that, customer service piece.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and it's a process. And again, and I mentioned this probably a couple months ago about this book called The Compound Effect.
Okay.
And the Compound Effect book just talks about, just doing things over and over and over and over, and finally you start getting momentum, and momentum starts building on your side, and it just, it grows. And that's all I've seen really take place with, what I've done to get to the point where it is more on autopilot right now. But I remember when I was doing my own listings that I would get up an extra hour earlier in the morning and just post 10. And yeah, sometimes I didn't want to get out of bed, and yeah, sometimes it was frustrating, and I was tired, but I definitely seen the big picture.
Right.
And I wanted to make sure that I could make the commitment, to doing them. That's what the, compound effect is all about, is, doing the same thing, over and over and over. And, it talks about in the book why some people give up on their diet, or they leave the gym or whatever. It's because we're not seeing results immediately. So then we just pull back and we just give up, right? Well, the problem is, it's doing the results over time that ultimately lead to seeing, or doing the same thing over and over enough will eventually create the results. And, just being able to see it, for myself now where I am, when I just started in March, I had my first sale in March, and just consistently working at it and, staying on top of it I'm really seeing the momentum right now. And, my sales are continuing to go up on a daily basis. And the only reason is because it's just a continued effort to keep building it. And same thing I said to Josh, Amy, even if you make a commitment, to put 2 new listings up a day, 2 new listings a day may not seem like a lot, but at the end of 30 days, it's more listings than you had previously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's just finding that time to be able to do it. And I promise you, and I know Andy's going to share here in a few minutes, once Andy incorporated Price Yak, his sales started taking off. So because he was able to just literally create listings like so simple, it was just so easy. So I'll leave him to share that. But is there anything you think that we can do to help you or support you to get you rolling?
But honestly, probably not. I just have just finding the time to get online and just to do this. It's like when I think I'm going to go online, I set a certain time and I have it be that, and something else comes in the way. And then, you know what I mean? It just kind of I think time management really is an organization. I mean, I'm pretty much an organized person, but it's just trying to when other things get in the way of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm the same way. Let me ask you this question, Amy. If you had an additional $2,000 to $3,000 coming in per month, what would you do with it?
I don't know. Probably throw it in savings.
Okay.
Maybe pay. Well, honestly, Alexis has got a couple root canals, caps and crowns, and out of pocket. We're looking at probably $7,000 to $8,000. That kind of hit us the last couple weeks. So, I'll put it towards that. I'm going down to downtown Detroit Tuesday, hoping to get a couple $1,000 bill as opposed to that large of a bill. So yeah, that's what it would go toward.
So here's the thing, okay? It's what you got to look at what your motivation is, right? So think about that. Think about what you just told me and let that, in a sense, be your motivation and your why as to what's going to get you on to start putting your listings in, and really be able to kind of let that be your motivation, right? As far as, you know what, I know I'm having a hard time, fitting this into my schedule, but let your daughter come to mind and the bill that you're going to have to pay, right? Because the neat thing that I'm starting to experience is enough money coming in now, probably just a little over, if I added my affiliate money, if I added the savings that I'm getting in gas, the cash back that I'm getting, plus the plus the just eBay sales, I'm well over $3,000 a month. And that alone right there, it opens up the opportunity to do so much more. Like we have our 10-year anniversary in December. Well, guess what? This DSD income is going to pay for our trip wherever we're going to go, anywhere we want in the world. We want to upgrade and get a new Escalade truck. We don't want a brand new one, just a couple years old. And if we have to carry a small payment, guess what? The money's going to come from this. I'm getting ready to start on options domination, which is a whole another stream of income. Rather than taking money out of my own, personal money, I can use this money. So the reason I say all that is because you can build this to become an income that doesn't compromise your existing income.
Right.
It's not like you're taking away. So imagine if, and I won't even say imagine, look forward to building the DSD income to be able to pay that bill to where it doesn't even have to come out of your pocket and you don't even feel it.
Right.
And if there's anything Brian or myself or anybody in the group can do to help you, just let us know and we'd love to help you.
Thank you.
But it really starts with you, making that commitment to yourself,
right.
And you can do it because I know you're a champion, awesome mom, awesome wife, awesome woman of God. You got it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind retiring on this either. Quit my job early.
There you go. You got this. All right, Joy, you're up next. How you doing?
Hey, how are you? Good evening.
Good evening. So tell us, how many sales you're currently having in your business, how many listings you currently have, and, where you'd really like to be with the business.
I have about 115 listings up now.
Okay.
I'm not doing a lot of sales, but I know I'm doing more lately. I know Thomas always talks about it's a number game, and I didn't understand that at first, but I do see it now that the more you have listed, the more you sell. Maybe every other day, twice a week, possibly, I get a sale. I want to do more sales, of course, every day. I wasn't on the hangout last week, but I did go back and listen or watch the video that Brian posted
Okay.
that Ron did.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did sign up for the giving assistant, which I was really excited about this week. So I did get cash back. That was my first time hearing about that. So I was really excited about that. And I realized I was doing something wrong on my PayPal account. So I wasn't always getting a cash back with the 1% PayPal. I didn't have it checked in the right place.
Okay.
In Amazon as a credit card. It was going through as a debit.
Oh, okay.
So I wasn't always getting I think it's 1%.
Yep, it's 1%.
So I was happy about those two things this week.
Good.
As far as my listings, I'm not sure if I should go back to some of the things that's been listed for quite some time and just take them down, or maybe the title is not good. I'm not sure what I should do, but I think I should be selling more things. I think I should be selling more every week.
Yeah, absolutely. If you've got over 100 listings, you definitely should be. And when I did my 90 days to success, have you seen that yet?
Not yet. I just started watching the one last night that you did. I didn't finish it. It was the one how to pick a good item.
Yep.
So I pulled that up last night and I stopped it midway because it was like almost 1:00. I was trying to stay up to watch it. So the same thing Amy is saying, trying to find time to do everything. Single parent, special needs kids, just got a lot of frying pans going on. So
yeah. And I'll say this, Joy, because last week, as my sales have increased over 30 a day, and I'm a real estate agent full time, so I work about 60 hours a week as it is. So I've literally been coming home and processing my sales till midnight, 1:00 in the morning, and I have to fight myself because I want to be in bed, I want to be laying down, things like that. But the one thing that I realize, and I've studied it and I read it and I see it, is anytime someone wants to be successful, there is a sacrifice. And know that, and don't be upset with it, because there is a level of sacrifice for every single person who wants to do something and be successful in it, and that's what separates successful people from people that aren't, is they are willing to pay that price and sacrifice. So don't beat yourself up about it, but look for that little bit of time, like for me, the time that I'm spending on Facebook looking at dumb posts, I could be, doing something more productive that actually benefits me. And, I'm making some changes in my life right now because I want to maximize the time that I have in each day to really help me be successful in every area of my life. So look for those opportunities, look for what works best for you, and really, take those steps forward. As far as your listings go, here's what I would do. I would go through and look at what listings have never sold or what listings are getting very little watches or views and remove them.
Okay.
Remove them. Because what I said on the 90 days to success, the DSD success is, I said, don't just list items, list profitable items. Items that are actually going to sell. And definitely watch that video I posted, watch the one that Brian posted, so that you can learn how to identify, items that are going to sell, not just, because it takes some time to research items and post them. The last thing you want to do is just be researching items, posting them, and they're not selling, because your time is valuable and you want to make sure you're using that time that you have to really try to post items that are selling. And what I do is every 30 days is I try to go in and look for items that are not selling or not getting a lot of traffic, and I pull those down. And I pull them down because they're just taking up space. And I did hear when we were at the convention back in May that when you pull items down and there's like a ratio on eBay, like your sales will actually go up because you get more exposure. So
I've heard that the Cassini or something.
Yeah, something. Yeah,
I've been reading about that, doing some research on that. Yes.
Yeah, something like that. So definitely, again, it's a business. It's trial and error. It's looking at what works and what doesn't. But watching the video that I did and that Brian did will really help you learn how to find those items.
Okay.
Yep. So, and then if there's anything that we can ever do, Brian, myself, or anybody in the group, don't hesitate to reach out. We will definitely do whatever we can to help you with your business because we want to help you succeed.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Hey, Aunt Mary, how you doing?
Hello, darling. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. So you're up next, and I maybe you didn't hear it when we first started, but basically,
Yeah, it's late.
Yeah, we're just doing an open forum where, you know, talk about what you're currently experiencing in your business as far as daily sales, you know, where you want to take the business and what's kind of hindering you from where you want to go as far as your goals and stuff.
Well, now today I've had 10 sales so far.
Awesome.
And I had like 8 yesterday. But a lot of I just got another one. That's 11.
There you go.
I like it.
Good job.
Anyway, but I have a lot of listings that are like small, you know, but it's okay. It's just giving my feedback more good things. So, but I actually went into my store today and I did look at what is not selling, and I removed 38 items.
Wow.
Because they weren't even getting looked at. So what's the point? So I took them down, and and that was this afternoon, and then I started getting all the cha-chings going on. I've had like 7 of them since then. So I thought, well, maybe that helped. But anyway, I also went in and, you know, tweaked some of my titles. But after Ron last week, he said, you know, if you do a little bit, just kind of any kind of activity will help bring your store or your items to more exposure. So that's what I thought. I would just go in and start. I mess with the descriptions. I've been just trying everything, and I'm getting more sales, but you know, I want more.
Absolutely.
But I'm happy with 10 or 11 now, so that's cool.
Good, good. And how many current listings did you say you had?
I had 848, and I took down, what did I say, 38, 33 today. So I'm like around 800 right now.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, what would you say is the number one thing you think that's holding you back from seeing the success that you want to see at this time?
I don't know.
Okay.
I would like to have more people on our team. And so I started doing that, you know, trying to talk to more people about it. And so I kind of focused on that this week, and I talked to a few people, and no bites yet, but they're listening to the, you know, little clips that we send them and things like that. So we'll see what happens with that, because I would like that steady stream of income coming in as well.
I don't think you were on our meeting that Thomas did probably about 3 weeks ago.
Oh, it's on vacation. Yeah.
Okay. But the video should be still posted in our Facebook page. But he talked about the affiliate side and some of the ways to be able to generate more affiliates and make more money on the affiliate side. I would definitely go back and try to watch that, because he's leveraged Craigslist, and I think he said he gets like 500 leads in a week or something, like something crazy.
Oh my word.
So, you know, if you really want to start building that side of the business, I'd go back and definitely watch that so that you can, you know, you can really take advantage of that.
Yeah. And also I being an elite, I thought I'd watch some of I started going back and watching videos again, just to refresh.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to go back into Overstock and start working on that again, because I kind of got away from that. and I'm going to go back to it and start listing from there just to see what happens.
Okay.
A higher profit. So, but yeah, I want the affiliate stuff to go. So I'll look at that and see what he has to say.
Yeah, he's got some good stuff in there. And that's one of the things that I plan on jumping into, because my wife is actually gonna, now that she's not gonna be working at the office with me anymore because the kids are going back to school, she's actually gonna take over processing my sales.
Nice.
So I'll be able to focus on now generating some additional, streams of income in the business, and that's definitely one of them.
That's awesome.
Yep. So
Hey, can I interject here just for a second, Justin?
yeah, go ahead.
I want to reiterate for everybody, they do the live webinars, and I think they do them every 2 weeks. So they do a pro one, and I apologize, I should be sending out emails, and I'm going to start doing that more. But they do a live elite training. They do a live Monopoly, which is drop shipping on Amazon, which I've got to catch up on. But those are great webinars to watch because they're done by people that are working that part of the business, and they bring out some cool information that, we should always be learning and growing. And so I always learn on those. Sometimes I know it's hard to get on them live, but they do record them and have them in your back office. So I would really encourage everybody to go back there, and if you're an elite, watch those, or all of us are on pro. So go back there and learn and watch some of those pro trainings, because they really share some of the things they share on those live trainings they don't have in the back office training tutorials. So.
Well, what I did yesterday, it was a rainy day. Can't go outside and do nothing. So while I worked in my house, I just had my laptop set up, and I set up a speaker onto my computer, and I listened to the, the things I missed during the week. And I learned, a couple of things. Some of it's repetitious, but I learned a few more things, and I was able to do what I needed to do around the house. I just set it up so my Bose speaker is pretty loud, so it's nice.
Oh, those are cool.
Oh, yeah. And I could hear it, and I listened, and if I wanted to see what they were talking about, I'd run over to the computer and see what they were doing. So
Awesome.
That's good.
That's what's working for me, because I have I have to multitask a lot. So anyway.
Cool. And if there's anything that we can ever do in the group to help you out, just let us know.
Okie dokie. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, Scott, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's up, man? I'm in the dark here. I was out on the boat all day. I look like a raccoon.
No, it's okay, man. We can see you. We can see you. So not sure if you heard, but basically we're just talking about kind of where we are in the business, what our current production is, how many listings we currently have up, what we feel is holding us back, and really just kind of sharing about that.
Cool. Yeah, I was interested in a couple things. I don't know what I missed earlier on some of those, but like a couple weeks ago, that Price Shack, and then you had mentioned you got somebody doing some auto posting for you.
Mm-hmm.
I really wanted to get out to Brian's house Thursday, and I just couldn't get back. We had some family stuff. But I really want to start building the listing side a little bit more. I'm getting some sales here and there, not like I was. And like saying some people ago, some of the things are getting stagnant. And I've got to go through there and clean some of those up and start adding some new products in there. I've only got like 30 or 40, which isn't much. But I've definitely got to add more.
Okay, you said you've got how many listings?
Like 30 or 40, not a ton.
Okay, and how many sales would you say you're making a day?
A day, I'm lucky if I'm getting 1 or 2 now. When I first started, I was getting some, and a lot of them are seasonal too. So now I think I got to start switching toward stuff like school and things in the fall, like we talked about a couple of weeks ago, like going back to college and stuff.
Okay. And here's what I would say. The name of the game is definitely listings. I mean, that's it. Just like in real estate, right? You're a real estate agent. The name of the game is buyers and sellers. The more buyers and sellers you have, the more money you make. Well, it's the same thing with this. The more listings you put up that are quality listings,
Exactly.
the more you're going to sell, period. And, I wouldn't even, I would recommend, because I didn't even do any of the auto stuff as far as having somebody, that I hired to post for me. I didn't hire somebody until I was at 200 listings.
Okay.
Really wanted to get familiar with building the backside of it as far as, you know, creating the listings, finding quality items, getting familiar with how to do that. And really, once it got to a point where I couldn't handle it anymore, then I really put it on autopilot. But we can definitely talk about that. I definitely think you should get Priceyak. That'll help you. That'll help you,
Okay.
you know, buzz through your listing creation, and that'll definitely help you with that. And if anybody doesn't know what Priceyak is just like what DSD has. It's a lister. It creates the listings for you. Brian and I have been using that for a while. The only reason I haven't switched over to using DSDs yet is because Priceyak works for me, and I'm not ready to switch over and use their system while it still has bugs in it and mess up my listings. So Priceyak works. It's proven. And the great thing is it's obviously it's working. So we'll get you guys the information on that, and it really is a good system. So what do you think's holding you back, Scott? What do you think is the biggest thing holding you back?
I can't say lack of time. It's just probably just not taking the initiative. And I got excited. I got some up there. Then I got some sales, and then there was no sales, and just not staying on top of the game like I should.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, when you do list, it is time consuming, and that eats up some time, and just to keep redoing that, looking for maybe something that's a little quicker. That may be that Priceyak. Maybe I'm doing something that could be cut in half in the time to do it.
Right. Okay, good. Well, you know that if there's anything that we can ever do to help you out, just really let us know.
Okay.
All right, buddy. Sounds
I
good.
appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. Yep. All right, I don't know who this is, but they called in 770-335-8963. Are you there?
Yes,
Who is this?
this is Paula.
Hey, Paula, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
Doing good. Thanks for being with us tonight. So I know you've been listening in. So how many sales are you doing? How many listings do you have up? And what do you think is the biggest thing holding you back right now?
Well, actually, this is my very first call. I was added to the group by Thomas the other week.
Welcome.
Yeah, and I've been in DSD for almost 2 years now. It'll be 2 years in December, actually. And I shut my eBay business down because it was getting frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
And so I talked to Thomas a little bit and was thinking about building it back up again. So I haven't started yet. I just want to get a feel for what was going on with the group and things of that nature.
Hey, Paula, we saw you in Atlanta, didn't we?
Yes.
We were sitting at the table, Lori, my wife, and a bunch of us.
Right.
Okay. Just want to make sure I had the right Paula.
Yes, you do, Brian.
Okay.
So it sounds like you're just getting back in and getting started again?
Yes.
Is there anything that that we can do to help you out so that you can get started, and hit it running?
Can you tell me about Priceyak, please?
Brian, why don't you go ahead and share, since that is you're the one that introduced me to that.
Okay. I'm going to do a training next week on exactly what I do, and I think Justin does the same thing. But I'm just going to walk you through what I'm doing and what's working for me. Priceyak is, and this we got involved with Priceyak before DSD even. I don't even think DSD 2 was out yet. I think they were getting ready to come out. And all it does is just a software program that you put in the ASIN numbers from Amazon that you want to list. And that's simply it. What Priceyak does is they make the listing. There's a way that you put in your disclaimer. I don't know if anybody does that, but the little footnotes that go on underneath the picture that describe who you are and kind of where you ship and those kind of things. There's a way to do that, but Priceyak just goes in. It puts your pictures. It puts everything in there, and then it monitors your price. It goes, if the price goes up, the price goes down. It takes care of that. If it goes out of stock, it won't take the item off your eBay, but what it'll do is it'll take the buy button off. so you can't buy it
Oh,
until
awesome.
it comes back in stock, and then it puts it. They've been working really well for me, and I know Justin, and I think Andy's using it too. So we're not trying to advocate getting away from DSD's system, but this is something we were using before DSD got going, and it's really working so good for me. I really, it's kind of like when you got something going really well, you don't want to mess it up and pull out of it. So that's
Exactly.
kind of with it. But I'm going to do a training.
Yeah, that would be great.
All this, and it'll explain how everything works.
Great, because I found myself losing money too on eBay, so that's why I pulled my listings down. When I pulled my listings down, I think I had about 50 listings up.
Okay, so you still have your eBay account open though?
I do, yes.
But no listings?
No listings up. No.
Okay. Okay. If you I know Thomas. Thomas is A1. I mean, you've got one of the best guys to teach you about eBay with Thomas. But if you need to give me a call, I'll be more than happy to help you out with whatever issues you're having.
Okay, thank you, Brian.
Yeah, and glad to have you on, and you're more than welcome to join us every Sunday at 8.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, we're down to the last two. Patrick, glad you made it, man. Why don't you go ahead and share with us some of the things you've got going on, and just talk about where you're at and where you're going.
All right, well, right now, some of you guys have a lot more active listings than we currently do. We are sitting at 44 current active listings with over 80 sales off those listings. I'm doing it a little bit different with this account. I'm still 2 weeks out of PayPal jail. So what I tried to do was turn it down and slow the sales down by raising the prices, and that hasn't worked. Things are still selling off the shelves. I actually got a message yesterday from a guy who I sold an item to that a $20 profit, asking me if I had 4 more to send him directly. And while he was sending me that message, another guy bought my last one. So I had to relist that and figure out a way to get these out to him without, getting in trouble with eBay for doing a side deal, so to say. But I've been doing things a little different, finding the products as opposed to, searching for sold items and all that other stuff. What I do is I wait for somebody to buy from me, and then I click on their seller or buyer rating, and then I see what they've been buying and who they've been buying it from, and I kind of backtrack into their stores that way to find items that are selling.
Nice.
And I'm only listing items that I've sold more than 50 times through somebody else's store. So I'm kind of reverse engineering it and kind of going the back way. It's a lot faster. You can get 20, 30 items in about 5 minutes off of a hot seller store and then see who he sold to and then steal from him and the other ones. And since we're waiting 2 more weeks, what we did was we opened a notepad on the monitor and we continue to find items, but we're copying and pasting the eBay URL where we're finding it, and then we're finding it on Amazon and copying the title and putting those 2 pieces together in a notepad. So September 15th, when this particular PayPal ban is up, we're going to have hundreds of items to just list right away that we already know are selling big time, and then hopefully just explode in a week, which I've done in the past. That's how I've known to do it this way.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, because it's not so much about, it's about profitable items. I mean, there was a guy, his name was Matt McCormick, and I think he said he only has about 300 items listed, but he sells about $100,000 worth of volume a month. So again, it's about finding the items like what you're doing that are actually selling, and obviously you're selling them for a nice profit. I don't know if you'd be open to it, but maybe one Sunday we could have you come on and maybe talk about or share with, if you're open to it, what your strategy is and how it works.
Well, I'm willing to do it live and then show how you can track selling patterns and buying patterns by what your buyer bought from you. If they're a buyer with 100+ positive feedback score,
Yeah.
They've bought probably 500 to 600 things over the years. And when you click on their feedback, it shows you the date that they bought the item and the description of the item. So you can just copy and paste it off the feedback. And while you're doing that, you're also getting the seller's information when you're looking at that item. So I open another notepad and I copy all the sellers' names and make a list. So right now we have a list of 20-something top sellers and 40-plus high profitable items that are selling over 100 times just by spending 5 extra minutes as opposed to, well, I can do it. Usually it takes an hour. I can get it done in 5 minutes and get 20 to 30 listings.
Well, I know next week Brian has a specific training he's going to do, but maybe 2 weeks from today, you know, if you're available, we can have you come on and do that live.
Yeah, I'll do it. It's so simple. It's really as simple.
Okay.
That would be cool.
Just and again, that's a whole another way how to find items that you know, and that's what it's all about. So cool, man. So obviously it sounds like you're going to be, you know, out of the gate here in a couple of weeks and really running with it. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm expecting a 30-day, $10,000 profit from what we have listed and the strategy that I'm going to employ. And it's worked for me in the past years ago when me and Brian first started before DSD even came about. Actually, Dion got with me on a phone call, and he's the one that gave me the idea. And then I added to it, and everybody knows where Dion is today.
Yeah.
And Dion, I mean, he's yeah. So we're looking forward to you coming on in a couple of weeks to share that. That'd be great.
It'd be awesome, Patrick.
Yeah. Thank you, Patrick, so much for sharing that.
No problem.
All right. Last but not least, we got Andy. Andy, you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. You eating steak right now?
It's dinner's in the oven.
This guy eats steak every single day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
It's close to it.
He's got a cow out in the back, his own personal cow.
We can't give away all the secrets.
He can't. That's one of his secrets to success on DSD. He eats steak every day.
Yeah.
So Andy, I talked to you earlier, and you know, I wanted you to come on and share some of your success and obviously what you're doing. I know that you came in the business not too long after me, but you know, been really starting to see some things happen. So why don't you just take a few minutes and share, you know, where you're at, what you're doing, and how it's all working out for you.
Yeah, so first off, I just wanted to say I actually tried what Patrick was just talking about a couple weeks ago, just on a few items, and that does work. I haven't gotten too in depth to that method, just because eBay is actually I'm at my limit right now, so I haven't really been actively listing a whole lot of new items. I'm pretty much maxed out. But that's what he was saying is definitely a great idea, and it sounds like he has a little more experience in that. So I'll look forward to hearing a little bit more about that as well. But a little more about what I've been doing is, I guess back in when we went to Dallas, I think it was the end of May. Was that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, when we went to Dallas, I was at 100 items. Was my limit, and I actually wasn't aware of how that limit process works. So I got kind of a slow start in listing a lot of items. So I think that's one of the things that is really important for everybody, is to keep actively listing. What I believe Brian and Ron, that's what they were stressing last week on the Hangouts, was to more or less just keep listing items. And I kind of did a little bit backwards way. I was trying to max things out right away to get my numbers up. And Ron came up with a good point last week, where you should just be listing just a few items a day, give or take, so that you're having your exposure every day. And I tried that method, and that's over the past week or so, my listings, or my sales rather, has been increasing quite a bit. Just doing that so that there's more exposure in there. And I'm up to, I think, 250 items listed right now, and I'm doing anywhere. It's kind of been varying the last couple of weeks, but anywhere from a couple items a day on up to the 15 or 20 a day. Which ever since what you mentioned before, ever since we started using Price Jack, it's just we can list so many items really quickly. So that seems to be working really well. I signed up recently for Paribus, Giving Assistant. I've been getting the Amazon gift cards at Kroger. Just a lot of extra ways to make money, and all those different methods. I think everybody should jump on because there's really no reason not to make any extra money.
No, absolutely. And I mean, speaking of Giving Assistant, and I just found out, Brian, what was going on. Anybody that signed up for Giving Assistant, what you have to do is every time you go in and you process a sale, you actually have to re-sign back into or re-click on Giving Assistant again. I talked to the company, and this is what they told me, because I'm doing over $20,000 a month right now in sales, and all my stuff goes through Giving Assistant. That's $1,200 right there, because they give you 5%. So I've got my 1% from my PayPal debit card and 5% from Giving Assistant. That's $1,200 a month just in cash back. Well, I haven't been seeing the numbers, and the guy finally told me, he said, you have to actually click back onto Giving Assistant's site every time you process a sale because of the cookies. So, and then Paribus, Andy, Paribus really started kicking in for me, and I'm getting 3 to 5, sometimes 6, Paribus emails a day. And Paribus basically finds if you overpaid for an item on Amazon and the price changed, Paribus actually goes and gets you the money. And actually, let's say you overpaid an item by $3. Brian, how much do they keep? Is it like 50% or 25% or something?
For Paribus, you mean?
Yeah.
I think it's 25%.
25%, yeah.
So they keep 25, they give you 75. And my email's been blowing up with all of that money that I'm saving from Paribus.
I'm not getting that much from Paribus. Now, is Paribus the same where you have to clear? I think what Giving Assistant, I think I shared with everybody that, or maybe I didn't, a little software, it's free, called CCleaner that you run. It clears all your cookies out before every day before I turn my computer on. I do that first, and then I go in and I start processing my sales as I log into Giving Assistant. So now my cookies are gone, and they're just racking up my money that I'm going to be getting from Giving Assistant. But I don't really get much from Paribus. I should go in there, I think.
Mine actually just started kicking in, Brian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Paribus was. I signed up the other day, and I was getting emails by the end of the first day. I was actually really surprised, but I think how it works is it scans your emails for your purchases.
Oh.
Yeah. So I've been getting emails every single day. So a lot of you guys right now are asking what Paribus is. Basically, Paribus is, again, it's a site that you sign up for, and it scans your sales or your items that you purchase on Amazon and other sites. And basically what you're doing is if you overpay for an item, you're getting cash back. So if there's a $3 difference in the price change, then you're getting 75% of that, and they're going to keep 25% of that. So I just put Paribus into the chat so every one of you guys can see that. And then I'm also going to put Giving Assistant in there as well. But Andy, what could you share with the group? Obviously, you've been on, you've heard what some of the people on the group are, what their current productivity is, where they want to be, some of the things they're struggling with. Obviously, I know you're a busy guy. You got a lot going on. What could you share as far as, what you've been able to do consistently in order to really get you where you are right now?
I think being consistent is the key word. And I think it's going to be different for everybody. Everybody has a different lifestyle, whether it be work, business, kids, or just relaxing time. I think that everybody just needs to dedicate, and for me, it works for an hour or two a day. Now I have scaled that back a little bit lately, just because I've been busy with some other things. But I'm ready to get back on board with that, and just to schedule, whether it's in the morning, the evening, or just an hour or two a day is what I would recommend to everybody. And then, I mean, if you want to do more, that's great. But that's what I think, is just consistently doing an hour or two a day.
Okay, and obviously it's paying off for you, and you're seeing the increase on a regular basis.
Absolutely, and what I think everybody has been realizing, and it took me till the last couple of weeks to realize as well, is and it makes sense. I mean, the more things that more items that you're listing, the more results you're going to get, and it's just it just keeps taking off the more and more. And I hit a speed bump about a month and a half ago where I was at 100 items per limit, and they bumped me to 190. And within a week, I had that maxed out, and I was getting really frustrated because I did what Patrick was doing, and kind of making a little spreadsheet or a notepad, so to speak, of other items I could list once the limit was up. I just did that for a couple of days, and I was just getting really frustrated. So I called eBay, and they say, you still have almost 3 weeks left till your auto increases up. And I say, that's not productive, I feel, for either one of us. And I was really fortunate. I don't know if they were nice or if they had some leeway in there. They actually bumped me up another 90 items right that day. So I was able to get an extra increase.
That's awesome.
So
that's great. So, obviously we're here at the end of the meeting, but I just posted 3 things in the chat box for you: Paribus, their website, Giving Assistant, their website, and Price Yak. Everybody on this group should be at least using Paribus and Giving Assistant. It's just money back. I mean, and here's another thing too. Even the gift cards that I'm getting for gasoline and saving money on gas, I'm at 30,000 points right now, and I'm going to Kroger and buying $2,500 of gift cards every couple days. I've gotten to the point where my mom, Brian, my dad, my stepmom, my wife, and even a couple other people, my sister, are now using my gas card to get $1 off. So, because I can only fill up so many times, and my wife can only fill up so many times, but now just by utilizing the gift cards through Amazon at Kroger, because of the fuel points that they give you, I'm able to be a blessing to other people. So that's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month just from that. But then I get to swipe my PayPal debit card. The only way you get the 1% back, and I've processed over $20,000 worth of sales, and a lot of them have been gift cards through Amazon, and I never knew that you only get the 1% cash back when it's credit, not debit. So I've been going to Kroger, like using my PayPal debit card, all excited, like, yeah, 1% back, 1% back. And then I go on my PayPal account and it doesn't show all my 1% back. I'm like, where's my money? So they said you have to use it as a credit card. So now I go to Kroger and buy my gift cards, and I'm doing $20,000 a month in gift cards at this point, and even just 1% of that, that's an extra $200 a month just for nothing. So take advantage of every way possible in this business. It only makes sense. If you're in Michigan, it's gasoline here. Why not save $1 off? My stepmom filled up and she paid $1.19 yesterday. She got 11 gallons for $13 or $14. It's crazy. So take advantage of all the things that are available. I was excited to hear every single person share tonight. We're all at different levels, but we're all in this business for the same reason. We all want to make money. We all want additional income. and some of us want or would love to have this become a full-time income. So with that said, I'm going to end the meeting. I'm very excited for all of you. Everybody's moving in the right direction. Thank you, everyone, for sharing tonight. And it's really just, again, it's being consistent. Every single person that's making money with DSD is consistently doing something on a daily basis. Let it build, let it grow. Know that there is a sacrifice involved, but know what your why is, because anybody that's pursuing something and they want to be successful, they have to keep that why in front of their head so that when they don't feel like it, it's not about what I feel, it's about the reason why I'm doing this. So keep that in mind. And again, we're available. Any help that's needed, anybody that needs anything, reach out. You know, we're here to help. And congratulations on everybody's success. And go out and just make it happen, guys. Have a great night.
Thanks, Justin.
Thanks. Have a good night.